I'm not in any situation. I am not in, oh my God. Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nikki, and today's video, I'm just gonna be giving an update on my thoughts on the new WW plan, Personal Points. So it's been a week into the program tomorrow, but I've been tracking every single day and just adjusting to this new program. And so I just wanted to give my thoughts on how it's going so far and also hear how you guys think it's going so far. So if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. And let's just go ahead and get started talking about it. So like I said, it's been a week, and so far, honestly, I'm really enjoying this plan. I really thought that I would to begin with when I heard really kind of what it was. I think the most frustrating part about it is that we don't have the colors anymore, so it's a lot harder to share points with people through recipes and what I eat in a day. But honestly, I don't think that's that big of a deal because I'm still gonna be eating the same exact foods. So like, even though I just posted a grocery haul that was from before when Personal Points started, I'm still gonna buy those same things now that Personal Points have been thrown into it and switched around, so it's not Smart Points anymore. I'm still gonna buy the same foods. I still enjoy them. They still keep me full. They're like nourishing, and so that's really not even gonna change. And so I don't think it'll affect my content as much as like some people are afraid it might. But anyway, I really am liking it. I really think that this is a move in the right direction. One of the biggest complaints about WW, one thing that I saw most people, if they were ripping on the program, it was because they said that people on WW can just eat all these processed foods and get away with it. And so this is kind of their way of saying, okay, we're moving away from that then. You don't want the processed foods to be part of it? We're gonna up the points on those and rework the program a little bit. And I think that it's for the better, honestly. So this is kind of what I've been saying from the beginning of my weight loss journey. Like halfway through is when I really started to realize how much it helps to bulk up your meals with 0-point foods. And I've been saying this for a while now, and that's what my bowls are, that's what my wraps are, that's what a lot of my meals are. And it's really helped me to incorporate a bunch of different veggies and a bunch of different ways to keep me full. And that's how me and Adam have felt so not restricted like we did in the past, because so many of our diets or whatever plans we would try, we were so restricted, we were hungry all the time. Like, there truly has not, and I really mean this, since I've been on WW, has not been a time where I felt like deprived from eating. I haven't felt hungry. I haven't felt like I'm starving myself at all like I had in the past many different times, different things we've done. So really, I just think that this is a move in the right direction. I think it might slow down some people's weight loss, although so far I've heard a lot of positive things. I've heard a lot of people have had losses, but I think that it's just a more sustainable way to live a healthy lifestyle. I really think that they're making it more well-rounded. They're incorporating activity and water and veggies more than ever. And I just think that rewarding it is actually a really good thing. I think it's a really positive thing. And one thing that made me so successful on my weight loss journey was rewarding myself for staying consistent. And honestly, in a way, this kind of does that, because if you consistently drink 60 ounces of water every day, you gain a point back every single day. So that's 7 points a week. That adds up. And same thing with veggies. A lot of people are realizing now, like, wow, maybe I wasn't getting the right serving of veggies that I should be eating in a day. Through the CDC, they actually recommend that you have 2 to 3 cups of veggies every single day. So technically that's 2 to 3 points every day. And now you're actually being rewarded for doing that. And that's something that's just gonna benefit you overall and your health overall. So it'll help you lose weight, but it'll also just be a better thing for you all around. There's so many benefits to getting your veggies in. And so I've heard so many people say that this is actually helping them focus more on their veggie intake, which is a really good thing. It's been frustrating to find that certain foods have gone up in points, honestly. But again, it's foods that should be going up. It's more of the processed foods. So I actually asked Adam before I started filming this what his thoughts were on the program, and we just filmed a video before this where we went to Sam's Club. So his response right away was, he said, my buffalo chicken dip went up to 3 points, so my life is over. That's what he told me. But anyway, he's totally kidding. He actually really does like the plan a lot, and he knows that his buffalo dip does have cheese in it. It has processed foods, and so it's not really a healthier option for him, and he's been able to incorporate it, and now he'll just be a little bit more mindful about it, which he can still have it, but he's gonna have to balance his points out. Or maybe he'll have it with veggies instead. He'll eat cucumbers with it to gain a point back for that extra point he had to add with it. So it really does help balance out, and I do think it's for the better. I think it will be a little bit more difficult, but I don't know, at the same time, I think it's just just a really good thing all around. So one thing that I'm hearing the most about this new plan is that people are worried that they're earning too many points and that if they eat those points, they're gonna gain weight. And I have seen multiple times all over WW, the app, all over their website, just about this new program and stuff. So many times I've seen this sentence. So this is talking about activity points, because a lot of people are worried, like, I'm working out, what if I just eat those and then gain it all back? They're saying you earn only a little less than half of what you burn. So you really aren't going to eat all the calories that you just burned with these new points that you're earning. In general, it's just to get you up and moving. It's to incentivize the activity, but you're not getting all those points. So when I used to track my rollerblading, if I went for 60 minutes, I would get 18 fit points. Now, when I track 60 minutes of rollerblading, I get 6 activity points. So with fit points before, I didn't ever really track them. Sometimes I would to see like how many it would say I was earning, but I always just kept my activities separate from my tracking my food. I just mainly focus on tracking food. But anyway, when I do this now, it's crazy to see that I get 6 points instead of when I thought I was getting like 18. So they really aren't giving you all those points back from your activity. They're giving you an amount that they have calculated with their research that's going to allow you to eat these points if you want them. Because a lot of times people say that they work out and they feel like with WW, they are a little restricted on their points and they're not eating enough because of how much they're working out. So this is a good way to incorporate that now. And I really think it'll work out. I really think it does balance out. And another thing is your weeklies are adjusted. So a lot of people's weeklies have actually gone down. Mine went down, I think a significant amount. Yeah, my weeklies went down. I can't even remember. I thought I had 35 before, and now I'm at 28. So my weeklies did go down, but again, that's all part of the whole system and how it works with earning your points back. And yeah, you almost have to earn your weeklies now, which isn't a bad thing. Activity and movement is actually a really important part. And even if it's just walking or like lifting some light weights, like just incorporating some activity is gonna make you feel better overall. It's something really important to prioritize. And I'm glad that WW is rewarding for that. And it's not like something that you have to earn a ton of points so you can eat a ton of food. Like the whole point of this reward system is to keep it balanced. It's to be sustainable. So you don't have to eat 10 cups of veggies in a day to earn 10 points. If you want to do that, you can, but you're going to be really full and you're not going to want to use those 10 points. But really the whole thing is about sustainability and not overloading yourself, not eating too many veggies. It just is all about balance. You have to be mindful about how this is a lifestyle change. And the thing that they also say all over the WW website is that your plan is specifically designed so that you can have your dailies, your weeklies, your 0-point foods, and your added points and still lose weight. So this system is now set to do that. You're able to use your points, including the added points, and you will still lose weight. So I think that's awesome. I currently have mine set to maintenance mode. So technically with what I'm doing, I'm not gonna lose weight. I should maintain my weight, but I've been doing that for months now because that's just what's comfortable for me. And with weightlifting and rollerblading, I feel like I'm eating the right amount of food and everything just feels really balanced for me right now. So I'm not in any situation where I'm like rushing to lose weight or anything like that. Not that I was to begin with, but I do want to get comfortable on this plan, and then I might shift it back to, like, once I'm comfortable with how tracking goes and everything, it does take some time, even for me and for everyone. It takes time to get used to this, what certain things are what points now, because things have changed a lot. And yeah, so I think once I'm comfortable with tracking, I may switch back to healthy habits and weight loss so that it's not technically my maintenance mode, it's weight loss mode. But I really don't know. Like I've mentioned many times, I'm comfortable here, and I don't know. With this whole program though, it has been such a good change for Adam and I because I think we just kind of felt really comfortable with the blue plan. We weren't really doing anything to mix it up. Obviously we shop at different places. We make a lot of different meals, but I don't know. I think this just kind of refocused us because now we're back to scanning everything to make sure it's the right amount of points. One thing I wanted to mention is that I'm finding a lot of things that I scan for some reason are not the correct points. And so I don't know if it's because more things actually matter, because before it was just like the saturated fat, the calories, protein, and sugar. But now I think because it includes the fiber and stuff, and some of those aren't accurate on the app and saturated fat, it's affecting the point values like it didn't before. So like the caramel cashew barbell that I really enjoy, a lot of people were saying it scanned for 4 points, and I was surprised by that because the other ones I was scanning all came up as 6. So I re-entered the information for it, and it was actually wrong in the app. So it's actually 6 points now for the cookies and cream barbell, even though it scans as 4, and it's because the information wasn't correct in there. So it was the saturated fat wasn't right, and I think the fiber, I don't remember, but you have to pay attention to that because now a lot more of the entered data has to be accurate and some of it isn't. And so I would just double check that especially if you're unsure about something, especially in the beginning while you're relearning the program, because it's like we're learning all the points again. Even though I had a lot of them memorized before, I don't anymore and they're different. And so I'm relearning them, but it's keeping me focused and it's really motivating, honestly, because for Adam and I, it feels like we're starting WW again. And we really enjoyed it when we first started. We had fun with it. We kind of made a game out of it. And I don't know, it just feels like that again. So we're really enjoying the new plan. Someone had asked me if I'm hoping to get out of my plateau. And like I had kind of mentioned, I'm excited. I think that with this program, I'll definitely be able to, especially because it's getting me away from a lot more processed foods. I'm noticing that, like I said with Adam, he's upset his buffalo chicken dip is more, but like certain foods have gone up and it's kind of opened my eyes to like, okay, maybe I will limit that more and I will focus more on getting these high fiber or different foods that maybe I wasn't eating before. Okay, so my 0-point foods right now are the fruits, veggies. I have like chicken and protein, eggs, yogurt, beans, and oats. So I didn't choose avocado, I didn't choose seafood, but I did choose potatoes. And that's one thing that I was kind of worried about, honestly, because usually the serving of potatoes I have is like 5 or 6 points. So to all of a sudden not be tracking that, I was worried. But at the same time, potatoes are really filling. I haven't changed the serving size that I'm eating. Even though they're 0-point foods, I'm still gonna keep it to the serving size I was eating. And I have fewer dailies anyway, so that accounts for it. I have to track corn now, which I'm realizing I eat corn and popcorn more than I thought I did. So I might even switch that up, honestly. I don't know. It's really cool that you can actually retake the assessment and kind of build the plan to what you want. And that's not like cheating the program or anything. The whole point of the assessment, and Weight Watchers even encourages you to retake the assessment because they want to find what works for you. So again, just being honest with yourself and what you are going to be eating the most of is your 0-point foods, or what you might think you need to portion out because you may not have control over it. Don't make that a 0-point food if you're really truly concerned about that. If I was worried that I was just gonna overdo it with potatoes, maybe I would keep that as not a 0-point food, as one of my trackable foods, and then choose corn because like I said, I do have a lot of corn. But you really just have to be honest with yourself and what you know is gonna work best for you, because the plan will help to hold you accountable, but in the end, it's all in your control. This is just a tool that we're using. So I just think this plan puts it in a really good perspective. I think it really helps you to make better choices. I think it's gonna really take a step away from processed foods or the sugar-free or non-fat. Like, I think that it'll help with that and help you balance, like, even if you like salads and maybe you like a full-fat dressing, if you have a salad that has 3 cups of veggies in it, you can earn that dressing for free technically. So it might be more satisfying to you. It might fill that craving because you're having that full fat dressing that you wanted, and it's still healthy, it's still balanced, you're still portioning out the dressing, and so it just might work better. I don't know. I'm excited to see how this goes. And like I said, I may be making changes to my plan, I may not, I don't know yet. I'm gonna let this keep going for a week or two. Honestly, this past week it's been kind of frustrating with the app going down a lot. It seemed like every time I was trying to track a meal, the app kept freezing or it wouldn't let me log them. So I did go back and retrack all my meals if I couldn't at the time, but it's just been kind of frustrating. So I haven't even been exploring on the app like I usually would be. So I'm hoping this next week I'll just get even more comfortable with it and just see what's gonna work for me. Okay, so with tracking my activity in the app, which I just tracked rollerblading once, I only did it once, and then the rest was weightlifting, and I got 6 points each time I did weightlifting. So I'm at 31 weekly still by the end of the week. And I haven't tracked all my food for today, but still, it won't be over that. So technically I didn't use my weeklies, and honestly, I haven't consistently weighed in for a long time. So I may start weighing again just to see if this program makes a difference. Like I said, I might switch back from maintenance mode to weight loss, but I'm just getting comfortable for this next week. I'm probably gonna give it one more week of adjusting, and then I'm gonna decide what I wanna do, if I wanna switch my 0-point foods, if I wanna switch back to weight loss and just see how it goes. I'm not gonna be able to rollerblade like at all like I used to. There's so many leaves on the ground, and then it's just gonna turn to snow, and it's gonna be really hard for me to incorporate the cardio that I used to, because I really don't enjoy cardio in the gym. I won't walk on the elliptical or run on the elliptical or treadmill or anything like that. I just don't do that. So I'll still do my weightlifting, and I'm gonna find other ways to incorporate cardio indoors, or even if it's going to like the ice skating rink or going roller skating indoors or finding something to do, I'm gonna keep moving. Even if it's just walking the dogs outside, that's still something, but it is gonna be harder for me. So during the winter is when I do kind of shift more of my focus to my eating, whereas in summer I felt like I could be a little bit more lenient because of how active I was. Now I kind of enjoy that I can focus a little bit more on my food choices, on cooking. This is when I focus on more healthier meals or more like veggie filled meals. And so yeah, I'm excited. I really think this is a good change, and I think it'll be good for Adam and I. yeah, so overall, I think that pretty much just covers my thoughts on the new plan this past week. Like I said, it's only been a week, but I do think it's good. I think it'll steer us away from processed foods. I think it has encouraged people already so much to eat their vegetables, which is huge. And it really is important because when I started focusing on incorporating a good amount of veggies, and honestly, the new plans helped me focus even more on eating more veggies, because there are sometimes I'm like, oh, I didn't include a veggie in this meal. Let me just throw something in. But I think that that just is really gonna help people feel full. I think it's gonna be more satisfying. And I think it's just a really good step in the right direction. So once again, like I mentioned, it's not gonna change my content. I'm still gonna make the same meals I'm making. It hasn't changed how we eat at all. I don't think it will either, because if anything, I'm probably just gonna adjust my 0-point foods to how I eat and what works best for me before I start changing what kind of meals I'm making. We really enjoy what we eat. We feel full, we feel satisfied. And so those are the meals I like to share with you guys. And I don't know, I just think it'll still work with everything and sharing content and everything. So I'm excited, and I wanna hear what you guys think, how your first week has gone. If you are weighing in, how did your weigh-in go? Like I said, I might start doing my weigh-ins again on Tuesday mornings. That's what I had done previously for a really long time, but I kind of stepped away from the scale when it stayed the same number every week and it was getting in my head. But I was seeing changes on my body. I am still every single week, honestly, noticing changes to my body. I am still like toning up. I can notice the difference in my muscles. My stomach is getting smaller, but the scale is staying the same. So that's why I've taken my focus away from that. So we're gonna see how it goes, and I'm excited to hear what you guys think. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.